Successful revision requires hard work. There is no memory tricks or shortcuts. Welcome you all for one more video. Let us all learn the effective techniques of conducting revision in our classroom. This presentation, we will equip the tools to improve student study, skill and achieve academic success. What is revision? Revision can be defined as the act of revising the content. It helps students to know about the content what they have previously done. It is important to do the revision in our classroom. It helps the students to score more marks in their exams, as well as the students helps the students to be more thorough in their subject matter. It helps to recall details. Revision is a second or the third attempt of reading a particular concept. Might be first time student may not understand the concept. He or she will be benefited while reading the second or the third time. It increases the confidence. Revising a topic before the exam helps students to gain more confidence. It helps students to face the questions in the examination. It helps to decrease the anxiety and stress. Many students have exam stress. Stress and anxiety harm mind and affect in facing examination. Timely revision can reduce stress levels. Here I have few techniques for conducting the revision. Before to that, let us know about the purpose of revision. We can say the revision helps in strengthening the clues associated with prior learning. It enhances the number of clues by using the prior learning. It can be in multiple ways. We have two types: passive revision techniques and active retrieval techniques. Passive revision techniques like rereading the notes, highlighting the copying mind map and etc. This may not be so effective. It will only increase the number. Whereas active retrieval technique helps the students in engaging in thinking, organizing and structuring the information for easier retrieval. The tools for conducting the revision in our classroom. We help students in framing their own questions to the given material. As well as a teacher, we can also create our questions by using online tools like quizzes, Nearpod and etc. so that the students can learn, and it helps in solidifying the students' memory and understanding the content. The next I have space repetition, which means the students are asked to revisit the content which they have learned previously. We can conduct this space repetition by flashcards. If you see, I have taken a topic, what is fraction. Fraction can be taught through flashcards, whereas I'll write in the front of the flashcard what is fraction and behind or a back of it the answer for it, and ask the students to come on front or a stage and ask students to read the questions which is written on front, and the space or a time is given. After a few minutes, we can also conduct in the form of a match the following. What is a fraction? The answer: the fraction represents a part of a whole. It consists of a numerator, top number, and the denominator, bottom number. By giving an example or showing the number, the students can recall what they have learned in their previous classes. The next goes for mind mapping. Mind mapping can be done through diagrams or pictures or any concepts. It can be, I've taken an example, properties of multiplication with examples. The students recall and understand the complex topics with the visual representations. This can be used in any subject, in fact for the core subjects. Summarization. The summarization can be done through flowchart or diagram too. It can be in a passage also. Bringing a complex information into concise notes. This technique helps in extracting the main points and understand the material at a deeper level. I've taken an example of social science of Mughal rulers, whereas I brought the flow chart. The flow chart helps the students to know the complete timeline of the Mughal rulers. Peer teaching or peer learning. By explaining the concepts along with their partners or in a group, helps students to recall the concepts as well as exchange their ideas. We can, as a teacher, we can also pose some of the questions to the group and ask the students to exchange or to learn the answers which they have learned in their previous classes. Role play. Role play is another tool, whereas I can use it for the historical events, literary characters or the scientific process. The role play, in fact, if you have a time constraint, you can use those characters by writing the names on the board or by using a flashcards, so that it can be done within a 20 minutes or a given time. Mock exam plays a very important role so that the students become more familiar with the exam format and time constraints so that they can finish in a given period of time. Interactive discussions help students to clarify doubts as well as with the material given, as well as help the students to exchange their ideas. Case studies can be done with the worksheet. We have lots of apps like a Magic School AI tool helps teachers in creating the worksheet in a very few minutes. So those apps AI tools will help us to create the case studies with questions, will help the teachers or the students to know about the answers. It also helps students in understanding and develop the critical thinking skill. The next tool is the sarcastic seminars, which conducts by the teacher by the continuous posing the questions in a given content and analyze of the revision, so that it is open-ended questions and the discussions can be conducted in the classrooms. The next is the mnemonic devices. The mnemonic devices is connection of the content with a link given, something like calls as a memory tricks, by creating a song or a poetry for a small children to remember the names such as names, places and other things. Similarly, there are the other devices that can be used as effective revision techniques. Completing the past papers. The teacher gives the past papers to students, whereas the students can create a mind map for memory purpose or make a short notes with the keywords by using the question papers. The creating a list of questions and writing the model answers helps students to know about the pattern of the questions as well as the time and improve their handwriting and spellings too. Brain dumps. It is nothing but the concept is given by teacher. The students will write it on the paper in a given time. Example, 5 minutes, as much as they possible. It can be used for essays or for the long answers. In conclusion, revision provides the opportunities for self-assessment and the chance to address any gaps in understanding before assessment or example. Thank you so much. Kindly like, share and subscribe. Press bell icon for further notification. Thank you all.